Thank you for joining me here tonight. The time is now 10:10 p.m. Central, 11:10 p.m. Eastern, and you have a live look at an ongoing significant tornado southeast of Somerset, Kentucky. Now, this tornado has actually been on the ground for a good 20 to 30 minutes, and it has an extremely deep debris signature, especially considering how far away we are from radar. I mean, I would not be shocked, honestly, if this was a violent tornado over Alcald. So, if you're included in this tornado warning, you need to seek shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows and in an interior room. This is going out for London, Pittsburgh, and surrounding areas along Highway 80 in central Kentucky. Again, a strong to potentially violent tornado ongoing over Ferguson and Somerset, likely causing extreme damage over these communities right now. Again, this did just get upgraded to a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning. Again, large debris signature appears evident there on the correlation coefficient, and going back over to a secondary radar to confirm it, you'll notice that it's still there as well. So again, this thing is likely lofting debris potentially 20, 30,000 feet up into the atmosphere. So if you're in this area, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Again, if you're in a mobile home, you got to evacuate and find a more substantial shelter. We do have Vincent here tonight with us.
What's up, boys?
We're kind of just chilling here. Again, we have just been looking at radar, and Levi was like, hey, that's a debris signature. And I said, no, it wasn't. And then I was like, oh, wait, it's observed. So here we are now. Again, now a PDS tornado warning going out for portions of central Kentucky. I hope you guys are having a fan-flippin-tastic night. Vincent, do you want me to shut up while you start your stream?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I'm kind of locking in with starting my stream, so I don't know what to do.
Oh, gotcha. Give me just a second here, chat. Again, not to be dramatic or anything, but I seriously think that this is a strong to violent tornado. Again, if we go ahead and go over to radar scope here, we can actually measure how high that debris is being lofted up into the atmosphere. Again, I'm willing to bet here that's probably 20, 25,000 feet at least. Let's actually check things out here. So if we go over, how far away can we see this from? Okay, it has to be a radar that can actually read the frames from this far. Yeah, you can see it all the way from the Huntsville, Alabama radar, and that is scanning debris 23,000 feet up in the atmosphere, and it's still a deep signature. So, again, likely a 25,000 to 30,000 feet debris signature.
Thank you for joining us here. On this Friday evening, we have a big, I was about to say big night ahead of us, but it's kind of an urgent secondary stream. We pretty much had the event, but we still have this one discrete cell out in south central Kentucky that is currently producing a very large tornado, likely again strong to violent in strength there. This is just southeast of Somerset, Kentucky here, with a very deep and large debris signature there in the correlation coefficient, also very far away from radar. So that's evident of, again, very, very strong tornado. Wow, yeah, velocities are very, very tight, very strong near Ruth. Again, we have 125 going one way, so it just kind of shows you the power of this tornado. The PDS tornado, so, again, oh, wow, yeah, very strong tornado over Colo.
Yeah, at a point, again, our velocities, while it was over the Fawbush area, they were going 142 against 47, so that would be 189 mile an hour gate-to-gate shear. And again, with a debris signature this deep, I would not doubt that those winds aren't actually that unrealistic and that elevated. I think that this is probably a very significant tornado ongoing, and again, if you are anywhere east of Somerset, you need to be in your safe spot. Again, in London, you gotta go. This is a PDS that stands for a particularly dangerous situation tornado warning that's going out for parts of Laurel, Knox, Pulaski, and Rockcastle counties.
Am I not live?
I don't know, are you?
I think I am. I should be.
What a night indeed, Alan. I appreciate you guys all for tuning in. The craziest part is that it's had a debris signature. This storm started, it started in southeastern Missouri. It did, yes. A lot of our southeastern Missouri supercells are the only reason that we see these going on in south central Kentucky right now. Now, whether that's due to merger interactions or not, you have to note that it's pretty impressive that these are the same original supercells that they were, 300, 350 miles ago. Again, that new CC scan, an unbelievably deep debris signature intact here. And again, it's not like there's a whole lot out here to hit other than trees, but there are a few communities southeast of Somerset that do have decent population areas. And again, this just hit extremely populated areas on the south side of Somerset. So we're going to continue to watch this. I'm going to be honest, if this was warned in a prompt amount of time and this was still heading towards an area as populated as Somerset, it would not shock me if this got a tornado emergency. Again, 25,000 feet or greater into the atmosphere is how high up we're measuring debris. We've got gate to gate from 180 to 190 miles an hour at times. We've got, again, one of the most impressive tornadoes of the entire day. So if you are out here in London, Pittsburgh, or Campgrounds, Kentucky, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. This is a very serious situation here, guys.
Yeah, we gotta pull out the scope here because the CC is getting maxed out.
Yeah, again, measuring debris 22,000 feet and higher on radar scope still. Again, we just can't find a radar far enough away to do this where it can still load the pixels at all. So again, likely that this is 25,000 to 30,000 feet up into the air is where we're measuring this debris.
Yeah, it's maxing out scope.
Yeah, I mean, this is an intense to violent tornado here, guys. I mean, this is easily EF3+.
Yeah.
Not to pre-ray, but again, just kind of to give you guys a scope on how intense this is.
I would pull up stream chat, everyone, but I don't know why it's not popping up for me. I mean, we should be live. I just don't know. Does it say that we're live for you?
Let me check it out. Mr. Storm. Let's see. It says you're live. So.
Alright.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Twister.
Scam there.
So, again, likely a significant and potentially, again, even a violent tornado ongoing southeast of Somerset, Kentucky, which sounds very, exaggeratory, but that is legitimately just the situation we're dealing with. And I'll be honest, guys, this supercell still got a while to go until it eventually gets sucked into this eventual QLCS. Hurricane Theta with the $2 donation, thank you so much. Do you think any of the tornadoes today were EF3+? I think we probably had 4 or 5 tornadoes today that were EF3+. Is Levi there?
Yes.
I was going to say, I heard a deep cough. I was like, I don't think that's Vincent.
We're live.
Oh, okay. Well, I have some news that I need to tell you that you can't share on the live stream, but I'll just text it to you.
All right, sounds good. But seriously, Hurricane Theta, thank you so much for the $2 donos. W Theta in the chat. But yes, I think we had several EF3+ tornadoes today. I wouldn't be shocked if we had a couple of tornadoes that end up getting rated EF4+. Reminds me quite a bit of the March 14th event. I wrote down in my notes all the ones that I figured would go EF3+. I have 5 separate ones. I have Marion, Illinois, Columbus, Indiana, Morganfield, Kentucky, St. Louis, and Bloomfield, Indiana. And again, potentially even a couple of others, but those were the only ones that appeared immediately evident with obvious drastic damage. So, again, thank you so much for the $2 donation, though. That's incredible. We'll go ahead and reset the dono board here. Let's go and fix things up. Again, Alan has just been undeniably goated today. If you're not aware. So, even though Alan hasn't done anything, Alan is goated. So, W. Allen's in the chat.
I sent the screenshot in the chat.
Alright, let's see what's popping. Oh, nah, that's crazy.
Oh my gosh.
New CC scan, by the way, just came in. Still showing a deep and large debris signature southeast of Somerset. Oh my goodness. This just got way deeper. Again, whatever this is hitting, it is demolishing. Again, the new CC scan, half of the debris signature is maxed out.
Wow.
So again, if you are in this area, you've got to run to your safe spot. This is, once again, still maxing out radar scopes, correlation coefficient product, which goes all the way down to 0.215. So again, a violent tornado ongoing. I feel pretty confident in saying that at this point. Again, likely causing extreme damage to whatever it's hitting right now. Again, as this continues to move off to the east, we need to be worried about areas like London and Corbin. And I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. Again, if this were in a more populated area, there is a chance that they would consider pushing this to a tornado emergency. Again, debris measured 30,000 feet or higher up into the atmosphere. It's a drill bit / cone.
The Yale house is under a severe warning.
I did see that, yeah. The new one. They did just update this tornado warning. Look at the... Okay, Vincent, look at the second to latest velocity scan. Oh my gosh.
Well, this... Dang. Oh my gosh.
Again, they've updated this. This is still a PDS tornado warning. It's not a tornado emergency, but again, PDS or tornado emergency, that shouldn't change the way how you treat this. You need to be either underground or on the lowest floor of this 30 building, away from windows and in an interior room. Again, this is awful. What's up, Andre? How's it going? Prayers for Kentucky. Yeah, I hope everybody out of this makes it out okay. I mean, this is awful.
Very long tracking here. Again, continuously maxing out scope.
And again, this thing has been on the ground for over half an hour at this point.
Yeah.
Um,
Not good.
so again, this is a violent tornado, most likely here, guys. And again, debris signatures consistently we're able to measure debris 30,000 feet or higher into the atmosphere. Again, that is violent level. So very concerning to see that. Again, you can see debris all the way from the Huntsville, Alabama radar, guys. And I'm sure you could be able to see it even further if radar's loaded that far. I mean, this is unbelievable. You can see it from the Paducah, Kentucky radar. Man. Yeah, so still visible over 20,000 feet up into the atmosphere here. So again, likely an intense to violent tornado ongoing.
It was a stovepipe.
Yeah, somebody said it was a cone drill bit. Kevin said that. Where'd you see the stovepipe?
From Zach Meadows. It's a Twitter post. I'll send it to you.
Let's see this. Oh, wow, yeah. Nasty little tornado there. That is a beautiful photo there because the tornado and the lightning are dancing in opposite directions.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alright, next game kind of chilled out a bit here.
Yeah, again, a very significant tornado ongoing right now, guys. Wow. Again, this is a extremely dangerous situation, especially for areas along I-75 south of London, Kentucky. If you know anybody in this area, you've got to let them know what's going on. You've got to send them the stream. You've got to make sure they're doing okay because this is a catastrophic situation for areas near London, Kentucky. And a lot of people probably don't even know because this got warned kind of last second here, guys. I'm going to be honest. I mean, it didn't get warned last second, but it got upgraded to observed last second. So again, please, 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 if you are in this area, you need to make sure that you are taking this as seriously as possible. We can still actually kind of see debris on reflectivity now over good water. Again, a significant to violent tornado ongoing.
What's up, Henry? What's up, Joan Paul? What's up, Lucy? What's up, Rothschild? What's up, Sydney Morse? We have 6 people here. This is crazy. We have the best viewership that we've had all day.
That's wild.
Yeah. We just went live. Oh my gosh, I'm tired.
Again, I can't show it on my stream, but I did repost on Twitter. There is a very stout, again, cone/stovepipe tornado ongoing right now, just southeast of Somerset, Kentucky. That also was 11 minutes ago. I mean, there's a decent chance that it's strengthened since then. So, again, we've really got to make sure that we are hammering home the message that everybody needs to take this seriously because I don't think some people realize quite how intense this is. I mean, we're talking, like, potentially close to the strongest tornado of the day with velocities like this. Whoa. Okay, there's a new video of it, Vincent. Hold on.
Is that a wedge?
I can't hardly see it. Oh, no. It's not a wedge, but it's still a very, very definitive tornado. Still, oh my gosh, I'm going to send you this.
I see that. Was it from WeatherStrack US?
No, this was, is it 23 seconds long?
What?
Is it 23 seconds long? Alright, good talk.
What happened, bro?
I don't think he can hear us. Anyway, still a significant tornado ongoing, approaching London. This looks like it's getting even stronger. But again, nasty cone tornado ongoing, approaching London, Kentucky. Again, this thing is significant and, again, potentially violent. I mean, it's sidewinding like crazy. This is unbelievable.
Wow.
Thank you, Andre. Andre, I'm going to mod you.
Hey, we have 10 people in here. Let's go.
Whoa. Yeah, our CC drop is getting even more unbelievable.
again, at 316, we have a significant tornado. Yeah, it's maxing out Omega CC. Holy crap! Yeah, look at Scope CC. It just looks insane because it's completed rather than Omega Break.
Oh my gosh, look at the new velocity scan, Vincent. We're measuring 138 going against 40.
This might be Tori, right?
No, I think it would have to approach a more populated area.
If it stays like this when it gets to London, Neely, it might.
Well, it doesn't look like it's going to go towards London, though. It looks like it's going to go south. But again, either way, PDS, tornado warning, tornado emergency, it doesn't really matter. If you're out here, you need to be in your safe spot. Again, this is a intense to violent tornado ongoing. I seriously don't think that some people understand quite how strong this is. Not to, like, overhype this or anything, but this is a very similar situation to what happened with our tornado adjacent to the Greenfield tornado. Very impressive correlation coefficient drop, even though we were so far from radar. Again, that tornado ended up being quite intense. Now, am I saying that this is anywhere, even around the intensity of that? Not necessarily, but could it be? For sure. Again, just using my past experiences here, this looks to be a intense tornado. And wow, yeah, I'm seeing another photo and video of it, Vincent. This thing is getting even larger.
Yeah, it's strengthening.
This is oh my gosh, this is such a photogenic tornado.
If this was that day, it'd be better.
I know. Oh my goodness. Vincent, look at what I'm about to send. Look at the photo I just sent to the group chat. That looks like the, like the first tornado photo ever.
Oh, yeah.
It kind of looks like that, the South Dakota one.
Yeah. This thing is huge. The debris swath of this is about 3 miles wide. So again, this thing is chucking debris out of the main condensation funnel. The exact tornado is not 3 miles wide. Rather, on the smaller side, but it is getting bigger. But the debris field with this is very, very large. So even if you're not getting impacted by the main condensation funnel, you need to worry about debris and other, hazards that this whole thing going to bring. So again, this is going south of Squib.
What? Squib. That's a funny name.
Squib. Going to be going into the Pittsburgh and London general area there. So we're hoping it goes north of London. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this thing is very violent. Again, the new CC scan, extremely large debris signature still.
Gosh.
Again, velocities still indicate as well. Again, we've got 142 going against 33. That's 175 mile an hour gate-to-gate shear. I mean, this thing is intense to violent. Intense to violent. Again, you can kind of see the debris on the reflectivity as well, getting up to 59 dBz's, which is very impressive considering how far we are from radar.
Yeah, and by radar, we have debris up to 30,000 feet in the air. So again, that just kind of shows you how strong this tornado is. Kentucky definitely going to have some damage to deal with in the morning. Yeah, I mean, Missouri, Kentucky, Indiana, Illinois, I mean, all these areas have just been absolutely slammed throughout today.
And again, debris is lofted anywhere between 30,000 and 35,000 feet here. So this is a tornado capable of producing catastrophic damage now. There's also another photo of it. Again, this thing is such a beautiful tornado, which is unfortunate to say because it's such a tragedy, but this is so photogenic. Andre, I'm actually just going to go ahead and message you a couple photos of the tornado. We don't have any photos of damage yet, but again, these are some pretty nasty damage photos, or nasty tornado photos.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, the debris signature is getting more insane.
Partially, that could be chalked up to the fact that we are getting closer to radar.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Which is good, because that's going to give us a better grasp on the exact areas that this tornado's at. But again, it doesn't matter. Everybody in this polygon should be in their safe spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you, Mr. Twister. Again, this has shifted shape so many times. Um, Again, this is potentially violent. I'm just going to be quite frank with you. And again, there's not a lot stopping this. It's nowhere near being part of the QLCS. It's
Pretty
very
discreet.
intense. I mean, we've got a very volatile environment.
It's super discreet, and it's going towards London. We're just praying goes north of there.
Yeah, at this point, unfortunately, it looks like London's going to be a direct hit.
So if you're in London, or traveling on Interstate 75 near London, please be sure to get in your shelter because again, this is a extremely dangerous tornado. Just now I'm eating because you had to deal with this all day. Yeah, I mean, as a weather enthusiast, you always gotta check our constantly on these kind of days.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the new velocity scan, they're still indicating that this is a significant tornado. The good news is that this is curving a little bit off to the south again. Now, I would like to note that if you go south of London, you've still got communities like Pine Grove and Ferriston. It might honestly be worse if it goes even further south. Again, the entire area is populated along I-75, so we've got to hope that it occludes by then. I mean, that's really the only way that this is not going to impact anybody else. I mean, this is already likely destroyed a lot of what's been in its path. Again, whether it's trees or homes or whatever, we don't quite know exactly what, but it's been intense.
If
So
you're Pittsburgh, London, Pine Grove, Sublimity, all these areas, you need to get in your safe spot there because this is again a violent tornado. We did just get a news through Thunderstorm Warning here. This is going to be going out for the east side of Charleston, West Virginia, also including Clendenin, um, Marmot, Rand, and Clay. This is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds and penny-sized hail. But again, if you're just starting joining us, we have a significant and destructive tornado on the ground approaching London, Kentucky.
And again, this thing is confirmed by GR2 analysis to be lofting debris over 30,000 feet in the atmosphere. Also, the new CC scan there, this is now a 5.5-mile wide debris signature. So this thing is very violent.
Getting even bigger. Oh my goodness.
You can also still see the debris on reflectivity, and it's getting even larger on there. You can see debris measured at 61 dBZs, multiple pixels. Again, if this goes towards London, this will be a catastrophic situation, and potentially an event that you're not going to make it out of if you don't try. So you've got to be seeking shelter immediately.
Yeah.
Again, this is a intense cone slash stovepipe slash drill bit tornado. Whatever it is, it doesn't really matter.
You might only have 5 people watching, but your warnings matter, so keep up the great work. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Some people won't. Yeah, no problem. I mean, in these kind of situations, it's always crucial that someone's live. Obviously, the big names are always there, but you never know.
Again, this is going to be going right towards London. If you're in London, you got to go. London's probably got about 10 minutes until it makes its way through town. Again, this is a life-threatening situation, a deadly, deadly tornado. I can't emphasize that enough.
Moving east at 45 miles per hour, so we can actually use this measuring tool here. If we calculate the impact kind of timing here. So, Sublimity City is about 13 minutes, so about 10 minutes away from taking the impact from this tornado. Again, that is just south of London, so that goes the same for London and Pittsburgh there. So if you're in the London metro area, again, you only have about 10 minutes here until this tornado enters your area, because again, these are extremely fast moving. The velocity scan actually let up quite a bit.
I don't have the new velocity scan yet for some reason.
Yeah, it's gonna go for the south side of London here.
Again, if you're in London, obviously, you got 10 minutes or whatever. Go now, just because this thing is throwing debris miles away from where the actual funnel is, and that's the dangerous part of a tornado, right? It's not like you're going to get sucked up into it and thrown up into the air, although supposedly that happened today, but it's not like that's usually what happens to a situation where people get hurt like this. Usually it is debris being picked up, thousands of feet, in this instance, tens of thousands of feet into the atmosphere, and getting thrown at you. So you want to be underground, away from windows, again, in an interior room, away from, obviously away from, like, the garage, anything like that. We now have a 6.25 mile wide debris signature.
It's incredible. Switching between your stream and Davis.
I saw,
Yeah.
is that Mr. Magnet that said that?
What?
Is that Mr. Magnet that said that?
Mr. Twister.
Oh, Mr. Magnet says he's got me, you, and Ryan all on the screen. Okay, so they did just update this tornado warning. This is still a PDS tornado warning, not a tornado emergency. This is, again, still a life-threatening tornado ongoing northwest of High Top. Again, this is a violent and a volatile situation for London. You got to get underground if you're in London.
Yeah, this is your debris signature here.
Oh my goodness, the debris signature on the reflectivity is getting more impressive as well. Yeah,
And,
we have 63 DBZs. Whoa, okay. We're starting to see damage from Somerset, Kentucky. Catastrophic.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to send you this video.
Velocities are back.
I'm going to send you this video.
Alright.
This is unbelievable. Again, this is seriously extreme damage. Alright, let's see if I can...
Here, this is going to be for Somerset, Science Hill, Mount Vernon, Vernon, Livingston, Anvil, Boonville, McKee, and Sand Gap in Kentucky here. This is going to be for 60-mile-per-hour winds in Tiny Hill. Oh, wow.
You see the video I sent?
Yeah, that's really not good. Oh my gosh. I mean, that whole road is just destroyed. Oh my gosh, it's going right over a forest, so the debris signature is going to get insane. Because this thing
As if it wasn't already.
It is mowing down trees right now.
Again, this thing is causing catastrophic damage to anything in the path. So if you are in this area, we need you to go now. Again, this is likely a violent tornado. There's also another video. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is horrible. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to send you another photo, Vincent. This is of the actual tornado. I don't know... Okay. You can go ahead and look at that if you want. But, again, still a catastrophic tornado ongoing, going now into London, Kentucky.
As we speak.
Vincent, did you see what I just sent?
Yeah. Is that it?
I genuinely don't know if that's just structure or if that's the actual tornado. Whoa! What did I miss? Tenacious with the $50 donation through PayPal. W Tenacious in the chat. Thank you so much for the $50 donation. She's always so humble about it. She never says anything, so I never notice it until it's too late. But W Tenacious in the chat. Thank you so much for the $50 donation. That is incredible. Again, thank you so much. That is greatly appreciated. I'll keep talking later, but I'm going to let Vincent talk. I'll shut up.
But yeah, again, this is very significant. I sent you a photo just now.
Okay, let me check it out. Oh wow, yeah, I've seen that one. That's whenever it was at its cone stage. Again, this thing is shape shifting like crazy. I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Yeah, again, trying to find more photos of damage in the actual tornado here.
Yeah, so far I've only seen the video from Somerset, and what I have seen, it looks very extreme. So, again, you got to be in your safe spot if you're in London, because what we saw in Somerset, the tornado looks to have gotten even stronger since then, guys. So, London, go now to your safe spot. Either underground, in a storm shelter, or indoors and away from windows. Again, this is a catastrophic situation.
Eastern thunderstorm warning. It's going to be going out for portions of Ohio here. This is for Warren, Youngstown, Boardman, Alliance, Southington, Cortland, and Newton for 60-mile-per-hour winds and small hail. So if you're in this area, make sure we're getting indoors and away from windows. But all eyes are on this giant tornado with catastrophic damage.
Yeah, again, this is now moving into the south side of London, Kentucky, near Pine Grove and Sublimity. If you are in or around this area, you've got to seek shelter now. You've got minutes at best.
And we're praying that it weakened before it impacted the city, but at this point it's pretty much in London.
Alright, guys, if we could stop the PDS Tory conversation, that would be great, because, again, there's really no point in debating it right now, because if they feel the need to do it, they're going to do it. If not, then they're not. It has nothing to do with the NWS staffing shortage. They don't need more members to issue a tornado emergency. That's all I'm going to say on that for right now, and I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to ask you guys to just try to stay on topic.
You've been in Missouri all your life, and you've never seen a tornado at St. Louis City, and I've seen two. The air reports 5 killed, unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty bad stuff. I don't know. I think they were north of you, Joe Paul, but I know that's kind of your neck of the woods there.
So again, this is now going to be moving into the south side of London, Kentucky, potentially weakening a little bit. It's definitely not done, but it looks like it's trying to occlude.
Again, still big time debris signature right into here.
Exactly. That's for another day. Oh my gosh. There's another photo of damage.
How bad?
I don't even know what's going on in this picture, but I'm just going to send it to you.
Okay.
James Bettis posted this one on Twitter, so. Again, likely a catastrophic tornado still ongoing here south of London.
I think I see destroyed buildings with some mangled debris and power lines. I think that's what I can make out of it.
Again, this is continuing to move off to due east. I mean, it's not really moving north or south. This is now in London, Kentucky. There's nothing we can do at this point. The tornado is in the town, and we just got a brand new PDS tornado warning extended even further off to the east here. So Manchester, Oneida, and surrounding areas, you guys need to be in your safe spot. This is still an ongoing catastrophic tornado.
We have 140 going one way again.
Again, this is unbelievable. Again, this is going to be approaching London, and if it stays on the ground, it's just going to continue to ride Highway 80 and then eventually Highway 149. And again, areas like Littleton, Hema, Peabody, all you guys need to be seeking shelter now, because this thing is throwing debris miles away from where the actual tornado is. So you got to go. Again, this is a catastrophic damage that we've seen so far, and it's continuing to get worse. Oh my goodness. Again, I'm trying to find more photos and videos of damage for you guys. Again, I mean, just arguably one of the most extreme tornadoes of the day. Again, debris measured well over 30,000 feet up into the atmosphere. Again, And this is a violent tornado. Again, we've got winds going one way at 141 miles an hour against 31, so we're still at 172 mile an hour gauge shear right now, whatever. It doesn't matter the exact numbers. You got to be underground if you're in this warning. And if you're a mobile home, you got to get out. You got to get out.
Yeah. I'm trying to find more photo of the damage here.
Okay, newest velocity scan. Maybe this is weakened out a little bit. But again, you need to make sure that you are staying in your safe spot. I mean, this is still a catastrophic tornado.
Yeah.
So sad to tell you, my sister's house was hit today in St. Louis, asking for prayers. Thank you all. I'm so sorry to hear that, Paula. That's awful. That's awful. I really do hope that that gets better, and I will definitely pray for you tonight. That's horrible.
Yeah. Again, that's that debris signature going right through sublimity.
Wow. Yeah, so again, still an ongoing significant tornado. Ignore the voice crack along I-75. This is on the south side of London at this point. This is approaching Marydale and Bush.
Rock, Lesbos, and Lydia. Lydia.
Oh, wow. Okay, there's a new photo of the tornado. It is no longer, a little stovepipe thing. It is a large wedge.
Alright.
I'm going to send that to you just so you can see it. I mean, it's maybe not necessarily a wedge, but at the very least a huge cone.
Wow.
So again, if you're in this area, you got to be in your safe spot, guys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, debris was lifted to at least 32,000 feet.
Wow. What's your information, Kevin? Okay. Just FYI, we do have a relatively new tornado warning in effect in Arkansas. This is going out for Duncan and Holly Grove. We got some tight circulation there over Duncan. If you're in this area, you need to make sure that you're seeking shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows and in an interior room. Again, I mean, this is just continuing to ravage areas on the south side of London now. I mean, it is in London. It is over sublimity. It's awful stuff. Again, this is already an area that experienced some extreme wind damage earlier today. I mean, we've got trees down, power lines down, and this is only going to make things severely worse and also put people's lives at risk. But again, I mean, that's more debris for it to throw around. That's the biggest problem there. Again, this is a monster.
Yeah, so sad.
And you have to keep in mind, this thing has been on the ground for like over an hour.
I think our tornado warning storm is on the ground near Roe, Arkansas.
By the way, a brand new tornado warning has just been issued. This is going out for Somerset again. So if you're in Somerset, Kentucky, we need you to get back into your safe spot. Same thing with Science Hill and Squibb, the funny town name. So you need to be seeking shelter. Again, some broad rotation there on the north side of Somerset. Again, I'm so sorry that you have to go through this. This is awful. But, again, you got to take it seriously.
I'm glad that squid is gonna be alright.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, we do now have 5 confirmed fatalities from our St. Louis tornado, which is horrible, and that number's likely going to rise further. Again, unfortunately you can't really get a tornado that violent in the metro of St. Louis that doesn't end up causing that many fatalities. I mean that
Yeah.
this was a best case scenario, if anything, because we did not see nearly the level of destruction that we could have. So again, the tornado is just continuing to ravage London, Kentucky now, and it's not showing any signs of stopping, guys. It's not done. This is horrible. Again, I mean, this is it sounds crazy, but this is, we're talking contender for one of the stronger tornadoes that we've seen so far this year. I mean, this is huge. My goodness. Again, I really think some of that tree damage is going to be unbelievable.
Yeah.
And we're starting to get into an area at least that has good radar coverage. Or at least better radar coverage. I just realized I do not have Freddie McKinney's stream playing anymore. That's a Larry Lawton video.
I have you.
You have me playing? I'll put you on. Let's do it.
Alright, bet.
Those will be hilarious. Wait, is that going to create like an infinite loop as well?
It would be super tiny.
That would be even funnier. This is going to be amazing, chat.
Yeah.
Well, at least now they can see what you're talking about in live time, like in case I don't have it pulled up.
Yeah, that's what I've got for you too, because half the time I'm not looking at what I should be.
Here we go. Yep, there's the infinite loop already starting.
So, you'd be so scared even if you were underground. Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine what it feels like knowing your home's getting obliterated violently above you.
A mass casualty incident has now been declared in Somerset, Kentucky.
Wow. That's saying something.
And this is confirmed from multiple people. So, yeah, Max posted it. Wow. So again, unfortunately, lives are being changed right now in Somerset, Kentucky, and again, they're about to. They're going through another tornado and storm here once again. There's no signs that this is actively producing a tornado, but it very much could be. I mean, this is just awful. Again, this is legitimately one of the strongest tornadoes we've seen in this part of the world in a long time, like since records began. Again, this is significant, guys. This is by far the most intense tornado we've seen all day. Which is unbelievable to hear me saying that because, we've had tornadoes that have, wiped away homes, that have ripped up everything in their path, had debris spikes, but again, I don't think any of them quite match up to this. But whether they do or not doesn't matter. The point is, violent tornado incoming. Now for Manchester and Oneida. London, give it a few more minutes. Manchester is next. So Manchester, get ready.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, but you can see the debris signature on the Huntsville, Alabama radar.
I said that like 30 minutes ago and you didn't listen.
You did?
Yes.
I'm sorry I ignored you. I didn't even realize that. That's actually crazy.
Yeah. Well, and that's how I confirmed that it was 22,000 feet. And then again, based off of GR2 analysis, it was 32,000 feet or something.
Yeah, that was it.
But yeah, anyway, again, significant to violent tornadoes still ongoing southeast of London at this point. And this is horrible. Um, again, it's gonna just keep trailing off to the east. There's not a lot stopping this, and that's why it's lasted so long to begin with. It's completely discreet. It's got how much cape to work with? Not a lot, but enough. I think more than anything else, it's probably our wind profiles that are saving this thing.
By the
Yeah.
way, we do have a destructive severe for Edmonton, Columbia, Russell Springs, and Jamestown, Kentucky. It's for 80-mile-per-hour winds. So,
Okay. Is that eastern Kentucky or central or where at?
that is in southern Kentucky.
Okay, I see that now. So yeah, destructive severe thunderstorm warning going out for the Lake Cumberland region. You need to make sure that you are seeking shelter immediately. Again, damaging winds up to 80 miles an hour, just as intense as a low-end EF0 tornado. So, don't play around with it. The area of rotation northeast of Somerset now, the western tornado warning supercell, getting more impressive. Not to say it's anywhere near the degree of what we just had, but still, it's something. Yeah, thank you for tuning in, Paul. I hope things get better from here.
There's some people that are currently under a special weather statement, but a PDS tornado warning.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So
Apparently, this is going for Chris Hull's house.
I don't know if is it still on the ground.
Oh, absolutely. The London one?
Yeah, I guess you could still see a debris center over Brock.
Yeah.
Wow, we have 9 people watching. Appreciate all of you for tuning in. Please be sure to hit that subscribe button because we want to make sure we can get the stream out to as many people as possible.
But, again, intense to potentially violent tornadoes still ongoing, approaching Littleton and Hema, Kentucky. Again, you got to run, not walk to your safe spot, guys. I mean, this is likely weakening, but you got to keep in mind, weakening from a incredibly intense stage, it still means it's strong. So, again, you got to be on the lowest floor of a sturdy building. You want to be away from windows and in an interior room. This is going to continue to ride Highway 80 here, again, towards Littleton and Manchester, Kentucky. Again, we're continuing to see more reports and videos of damage out of London and Somerset. From what we've seen, and the fact that it is a mass casualty event is not a good sign. Wow, okay, yep. More photos of damage. This is from Somerset. I'm going to send this to you.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. I mean, again, unfortunately, there is no way that everybody took this warning like they should have. Again, I don't think anybody expected this late at night. I will say, the Storm Prediction Center, hats off to them because they kept that 15% hatch tornado risk.
Also, I do think that new tornado is likely trying to get going here near Drum and Piney Grove.
Yeah, again, as I said, that area of rotation is continuing to strengthen, so if you are back here east of Somerset, you do need to remain in your safe spot. Also, if you look at the reflectivity, you can see a very nasty hook echo becoming evident, so again, likely a developing tornado there south of Shopville and Stab. It was in the 15% whenever it developed. Somerset was in the 15%.
Big old Stab.
So, again, likely still a strong tornado ongoing here along Highway 80 over Brock, Kentucky, approaching Marydale. It's continuing to get weaker, so that's the good news. I think the further east it goes, the less instability it has to work with, the quicker it weakens. I mean, at this point, it's got 1,500 cape to play around with at the surface level, so not a lot. But, again, very unfortunate on what we just saw. Very unexpected as well. Again, likely a very intense tornado. Again, debris lofted between 30 and 35,000 feet up into the atmosphere. One of the more intense tornadoes that we have seen today. Again, they've already got emergency vehicles and everything out there, obviously. I mean, this is awful. It's by far the longest tracking tornado that we've had today.
Yeah, I mean, this is shaggy.
That new tornado warning is going to be going out for portions of West Virginia and Ohio. Just Ohio, rather. This is going to be going out for areas north of Marietta near Woodsfield. If you're in this area, make sure you are seeking shelter immediately. Your broad rotation is going to be located over Dexter City, west of Elk. So get ready. A little confused as to why they tornado warned that, but...
Wow, look at the rotation of your drum.
Yeah, it's continuing to get more impressive.
We honestly could have tornado on the ground.
It wouldn't shock me. I will note that tornado's not really, if it is going to develop, it's not going to have a lot of time because the supercell is getting choked off by the QLCS already.
Yeah.
Gosh, they just updated this tornado warning. This is still a radar-confirmed PDS tornado here. At this point, the debris signature is hardly noticeable. Very small. But again, you need to remain in your safe spot. It doesn't matter.
I appreciate the support, everyone. We've had insane consistency, but, yeah.
Vincent, I'm not going to talk about this on stream just because everybody's going to be like, oh my gosh, but look at what I just sent you.
Alright. Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Did you notice that there's a 55% probability of it being that?
Hold on. Oh my gosh, wow. That is actually insane.
I'd also like to note our inbound velocities, or outbound velocities rather, are getting more intense again. So we're talking about 69 against 100, so 169 mile an hour gate to gate shear. Still a noticeable debris signature. I mean, I suppose that's probably dead air actually, but...
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
So again, continuing to wait for more reports of damage to come in from Somerset. I'm not gonna lie, we really weren't gonna go live for this whenever we first saw it, and then we were like, okay, as a joke, let's go live, just to kind of expose both of us here.
Yeah, I did not expect this.
Yeah.
Oh, it's midnight here, I just realized. Oh.
Alright. So again, at this point, your tornado, if it's still ongoing, would be right over Lake. Again, not a lot else to say at this point, guys. I think we all know unfortunately, what happened here was officially a mass casualty situation. When was the last time they said that for a singular tornado?
I don't even know.
A singular town hit by the tornado. That's insane. So again, prayers for Somerset. But outside of that, I mean, there's not a whole lot else to say. Again, the supercell's going to slowly die off in its nasty instability. It's funny, Arcs, because we were literally just talking about that today.
Will a tornado hit Campbellsville, Kentucky? Let's see.
Tornado warning, by the way, continues for a western supercell, still radar indicated.
So Campbellsville, got impacted by the little QLCS here. So you guys are gonna be fine. So no tornadoes will impact your area. All you gotta do is just get through this last couple minutes of some damaging winds and heavy rain, but I think you guys should be fine. You guys aren't technically included in that severe warning. There's a severe warning to your south for 70-mile-an-hour winds, but you guys should be fine. So if you're thinking about heading off to bed, you do not got any more tornadoes.
Again, I'm kind of starting to think this is just dead air. This is no longer a debris signature with our Kentucky tornado at this point.
Yeah.
Again, prayers for London and especially Somerset. Yeah, this is horrible. It's really awful. So, officially, the tornado was on the ground for an hour and 40 minutes.
Wow.
So, very impressive. Yeah, Somerset is devastated.
Yeah, catastrophic tornado.
To think it all happened from a stout stovepipe.
Yeah.
I mean, this is awful, guys. New tornado warning just issued for London, Fall Rock, Littleton. All you guys, again, you need to stay in your safe spot. This westerly supercell's heading your way. London, even. The good news is we're not nearly as concerned about this one. Doesn't look like this one's going to produce, and even if it does, it's not going to be nearly as strong, obviously.
Manchester, Squibb, Stab, Shotville, and Pongo. You all need to get in your safe spot.
For sure.
Squib.
Squib.
That's not even just laughing.
It's funny.
Still some very significant rotation here, Pigeon Roost.
Yeah, scanners reported that apparently Somerset was, quote, completely devastated. Again, I don't know what to make of that, but I do know what to make of that. I just don't really want to believe it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, with this kind of outbreak, we unfortunately kind of have to accept that. I mean, there's really nothing else we can do except just hope and pray that everyone's living.
Again, already enough photos and videos of damage to confirm that this was a catastrophic situation.
Do I think Chattanooga, Tennessee will get some bad storms? So Chattanooga is probably going to be south of all the action as for tonight, so you guys should be fine. You
What
guys
about the
just
QLCS?
what?
Not to be that guy, but what about the QLCS?
Yeah, I mean there definitely could be the southern extent of this QLCS. It is possible this ends up clipping overnight, but really I wouldn't say that you have a whole lot much to worry about if we turn the Soul Prediction Center outlook. You can see that you guys are currently in that slight risk for severe weather. So again, there is a possibility of some strong to severe storms, but really the strongest will just stay out to your north.
New
So
tornado warning, by the way. That's going to be going out for parts of southern Kentucky. That's for Jamestown and Russell Springs. You guys need to be getting to your safe spot. You're already under a severe warning for damaging winds up to 80 miles an hour, but we have some broad rotation south of Montpelier. See ya, Andre. Thank you for tuning in. Apparently, some news station a few minutes ago had pictures from Somerset, but they said they had to sort out what they could and what they couldn't in the control room. What's up, Papa Smurf? Another nasty day tomorrow. Not nearly as intense as today. Not even close, but I do think a couple of tornadoes, potentially an isolated strong tornado, could be possible, especially across the DFW Metroplex area. But you don't have to worry about tomorrow being anything near the caliber of today. But again, cells are going to begin to fire in the early afternoon time hours tomorrow in central Texas, turn into a big-time QLCS damaging wind threat. And then later into the evening, we could be talking about an isolated tornado threat across the DFW Metroplex. The more intense days are Sunday and Monday, guys. Not more intense than today, but more intense than tomorrow. Hey, Theta with the $1 dono. Thank you so much. W Theta's in the chat. I just realized I never even put Tenacious on the freaking dono board. But thank you so much for the $1 donation. Greatly appreciated. W Theta's in the chat. But seriously, thank you for all your support, dude.
was just asking because we have a tornado watch somehow. Yeah, I mean, there still is a possibility of some embedded tornadoes within this line. But I mean, if you're worrying about a tornado there, you should be fine.
And I'd like to know, you said you're under a tornado watch. That is true, but you were on the very edge. And again, at that point, we're mainly going to be watching for a damaging wind threat more than anything else. So nothing too much to worry about in Chattanooga.
They did just update the tornado warning. We now have another PDS tornado warning in
Oh
effect.
my goodness.
This is insane.
We have another PDS tornado, guys. Another radar-confirmed PDS tornado. I don't know how they're radar-confirming this.
This is insane.
Oh my gosh. Is this actually... How are they radar-confirming that? I am so confused.
I don't know.
I don't see any debris signature.
They're talking about the one south of Squid, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what they're talking about.
How in the world are they radar... I mean, obviously you need to be getting to your safe spot. Maybe they have something we don't, but...
Look at the last scan. I feel like that's hail, though. It's like a couple scans back. That's hail.
Oh, yeah, that's hail. That's not a CC drop.
No.
I mean, technically it is, but not for debris. Wait, is that what... Yeah, I am so confused. If somebody could explain in chat, that would help.
I'm trying to figure out why they did that, because I saw they updated the warning, and it is now PDS. So they're obviously...
And again, it is a radar-confirmed tornado, according to this.
They're seeing something that we're not.
That's definitely not debris, Mr. Twister, because it wouldn't go from the most intense debris signature of all time to nothing in one scan, and also, it doesn't line up with the velocity couplet.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have gone with a PDS radar indicated if they wanted to do that. But obviously, National Weather Service knows best. So you need to make sure that you are seeking shelter in London and surrounding areas. I can't believe that, though. That might be the most unexpected PDS of the day.
Yeah.
Don't they have better radar views? I mean, yeah, but it shouldn't be to the point where they can see something that we can. I don't think they have that. But yeah, you need to make sure that you are seeking shelter in this warning. You should already be in your safe spot, but go now, because this is a PDS tornado warning.
The news for Thunder warning here for Redfield, Sheridan, Whitehall, and Pine Bluff, Arkansas.
Mr. Twister, that's the Eastern PDS, though. The thing that you just sent us, that's the Eastern PDS. And that's also dead air, but... yeah, I don't know what the heck they see that we don't, but... anyway, get to your safe spot if you've not already.
Yeah. Now I don't even see anything. Like, not even a velocity cup. Like, it's so hard to define.
Yeah, I don't understand. Maybe it's not radar confirmed, it's like weather spotters confirmed or something, but it says radar confirmed. So I don't understand. But yeah, this is weird, dude.
And if you're just tuning in, we're talking about a frenzy of tornado here
I don't know why I thought that was so funny.
in the London, Kentucky metro area.
Metro area is crazy. They probably have 1,000 people.
New tornado warning here. It is for Littleton, Peabody, Fall Rock, Size Rock, Thousand Sticks, Hayden, Wendover, Stinnett, Smilax, Combs, Hazard, Diablock, Jeff, and Vico for a PDS tornado warning. So again, this is a particularly dangerous situation. I don't know why, but Thousand Sticks and Diabolical made me laugh.
Also, this is the Eastern Supercell. Supposedly, this is still a radar-confirmed PDS tornado here, so you need to remain in your safe spot. For anybody wondering, this is dead air. This is not a debris signature. I don't know what's going on, but again, obviously trust the National Weather Service over us. Just get to your safe spot. You got nothing to lose if you do.
But the viewership has been insane this stream. We're back up to 10 people, so if you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button, because this is great.
I'd like to correct you. This is not great. Your stream's doing great. This is not great.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, everyone, for the confusion. I'm not happy about this, tragedy, because, again, it's never good to see these towns leveled.
Again, reportedly, this is a mass casualty situation. I'd believe it. I mean, this was, again, one of the most impressive tornadoes of the day, if not the most impressive. It was on the ground for almost 2 hours. The debris signature was unlike anything I've ever seen in Kentucky, personally, in lifetime.
new Severe Thunder 20 from Monticello, Corbin, and Somerset for 70-mile-an-hour winds and small hail. This is that. I mean, these people are emerging from homes and starting to clean up and stuff, finding their loved ones, and you got 70-mile-an-hour winds approaching. So.
Again, this is dead air. It's not a debris signature, so I don't know what's going on, but I don't know how much longer we need to be here, or at least I don't know how much longer I'm going to be here. Yeah, it's completely up to you how long you want to be here.
I'm leaving as soon as you do, because
All right, I'll just bring it up on stream just because I'm sure some people will be really interested in it. I don't remember what this data is called. I don't remember what the data is called. Shoot. Well, this is not official for anybody wondering, but there's a data estimation tool that can guesstimate the rating that a tornado will get. Again, this is accurate like 20% of the time. So take this all with a grain of salt. But it has mentioned that there is a 55% probability of the Somerset, Kentucky tornado receiving an EF4 plus rating. Now, again, that is with so many caveats, because that doesn't take into account if there's anything in the area that can receive that rating. It doesn't take into account even things like radar distance, I don't think. Like, there are so many iffiness features with this, but it's interesting to note that there is this intensive signal here for a violent tornado rating.
It's often the reason why it takes hours for emergency services to get people. They're not deployed if it's going to lead them into being harmed.
We have very rough estimation. It's not set in stone whatsoever, and it's not official by the National Weather Service. Exactly. Lake City was like 180, 190 on that, so take it all with a grain of salt. Even freaking, it's not something that's usually accurate, which is why I didn't want to bring it up on String in the first place, but I figured somebody would be interested, so. Anyway. I'm gonna be totally honest. I think we can probably end off here and say it's good. I figured our other stream would be the last one we would do today, guys. This is definitely the last stream, but I was not expecting anything like this tonight. Again, good on the SBC for keeping that moderate risk of severe weather. Again, we're going to hope and pray that all these communities out here can recover fine, because this has been an unbelievably intense day to a degree that I don't think a lot of people expected. I expected some intense tornadoes today. I even mentioned that this should have been a high risk, but I don't think that I really thought it was going to be nearly as devastating as what we ended up actually seeing. So I pray for all that were impacted. Again, thank you guys all for supporting me throughout the day. Alan was incredible, Tenacious incredible, William incredible, Theta incredible, everybody's incredible, especially all the donations. Everybody, go subscribe to Vincent. Vincent, should we end our stream at the same exact time?
Yeah, but before we do, everyone go to David, because this is the one time I actually have a decent audience. You guys have been great. You guys are really keeping my stream going. You guys are the reason why, I'm doing all this. So make sure you go subscribe to Davis, because when I'm not here, he's here. So.
Alrighty. I think that's going to be it for me. Thank you all for tuning in. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.